How do you move in a Mistika timeline? Mistika timeline is clearly different to other timelines in the market, and it could be a little bit of a shock at the beginning because it's unlimited. You have actually left side that when the time code starts on 00, it's in negative time codes. But also you don't have defined tracks. How do you move in here? Well, first of all, what most Mistika ops do, and actually what you could do in the rest of the software, is moving with the right button of the mouse. You just click in an empty part of the timeline and you'll be moving the timeline along. You'll be dragging and dropping basically wherever you want. The other option that you have is just by selecting the playhead. Okay, you select the playhead, but this is going to have a different behavior. What is going to happen is that the playhead is going to read the information it runs over. So in this case, for example, we're going to hear the audio track that we have just under the playhead, or evaluation line as is also known. So you could see there that we heard the audio file that we have in the bottom of the timeline here. And you could also constrain the movement of the timeline. Basically, you have the X and Y locks over here, and maybe you don't really want to be jumping up and down when you're using the right button of the mouse, so maybe you would just lock the movement of the timeline in the X-axis. Or maybe you just don't want to move at all, you just really want to just play the playhead. Okay, so you will just lock the movement to how you play the playhead. Or you also have the option of basically leaving the playhead locked in the dead center. And how can you do that? Well, basically you would go to the menu option of your record monitor and click on center monitor. And there you could see how the playhead is always going to be in the center of the timeline. And basically anytime you play or you do something, it's always going to stay in the dead center of our timeline. Okay. You also have other handles. So basically you have, I'm going to get rid of the center monitor for a second. You also have under here, under this ruler, basically you have the option of moving with a handle, and you also have a vertical handle to move vertically. You'll use it. You also have arrows where you could go up and down and basically move around. And then you also have different zoom options where you could change the zoom factor of the timeline, and obviously that is going to make our icons bigger, or basically go to a very small zoom factor here and basically not see the icons at all. So these are the different options that you have to move around a timeline in Mistika.